Hey guys, and we are here for a Cup of Joe with John, and we are excited because we are streaming all these this Cup of Joe as well as all the games coming up to you guys live on those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
That's right, but of course we've been sending out a lot of those brand new Pilot TVs to a lot of new locations. We're going to shout some of them out right now, starting them off with Crazy J's, the Moose Lodge in Ortonville, the Dugout Bar and Grill in Dent, Woodshed Ottertail and Rod and Gun, Shoreline Restaurant, Leaf Valley Mercantile.
Yeah, good job to all those locations. Super excited. And if you're sitting at one of those bars, send in a nice player picture with that Pilot TV. But we do have some jackpots that we need to watch out for today, and some big cash prizes as well. The Vikings bingo prize is looking really good. 25 cents a card to have a shot at $8,355. You can win in 52 balls or less.
100% looking pretty good for the Vikings bingo cards. But right afterwards, from 1 to 4 p.m., we start off the game day bingo 50-cent cards. That mega jackpot is looking good right off the bat. Over $16,160 available in 46 balls or less to win.
Oh yeah, we just gave out a giant jackpot in that game day bingo just yesterday, which was super fun. Super happy I was along for the ride. But we do have some Skull bingo jackpots we need to highlight, as the line prize is sitting at $570. You can win in 10 balls or less, and should be going out very quickly, as that Skull bingo line prize usually goes out multiple times during that was it 6 to 10 time. Yeah. Then we have another Skull bingo prize that's even better. It's a large frame of $5,395. You could take home in 43 balls or less. It's super fun stuff in Skull Bingo, so make sure you guys are coming out tonight. And that's not even mentioning the great mega jackpot that's available there. And we'll be talking about that prize amount in just a little bit. But we need to talk about the jackpots that went out yesterday.
100%. And I was actually thinking, we have a name for kind of like all the little time slots we have, like lunch hour bingo, happy hour bingo. I guess 6 to 10 I feel like should be called like late night bingo.
Late night bingo.
The late night crowd.
The late night crowd.
That's right,
okay,
that's right.
Yes, that's definitely.
But of course, getting into the jackpots.
No, we do have a name for it. It's called Pilot After Hours.
Is it Pilot After Hours? That's awesome. That's perfect.
That's what we did, and we do it to the Phineas and Ferb jingle.
That's awesome. That is
After
awesome.
Hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was that was a while ago we came up with that.
Yes.
That's super funny.
No,
yeah.
so
we'll have to get back to that.
Yes, we'll start saying it.
But of course, we do have those jackpot winners like we were talking about. Shelljoy started them off over at American Legion Monticello, winning over $7,343. Nice job to you, Shelljoy. Up next, though, it was Funk Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, winning over $620, or $622 exactly. Nice job to you, Fun Kool-Aid. But of course, the last winner of the jackpots, it was A&R over at Route 65 Pub and Grub, taking home $797.30. Nice job to you.
Yeah, definitely a good job to all those winners, as I got to have a super fun happy hour as we gave out that jackpot to Shelljoy, $7,343. Okay. It was super fun stuff, as they won that in, I think, 54 balls.
Wow.
54 balls was what they won that in. And it was even surprising was we had a few other people that hit at that 56 ball count that jackpot was won in. So everyone was winning super low ball counts during last night.
100%. Well, hey, nice job to you, Shelljoy, picking up the biggest one of yesterday. But if you guys feel like taking a little E-Tab break, a little break from the bingo, do not worry about it, because we got you covered. We got a ton of awesome games to give to you guys, including the brand new one we just released, Bounty Hunter. You can collect some lucky horseshoes and try out the Bonanza bonus round, or you can try out your luck and pick a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus round. Either way, you're definitely getting some nice prizes.
Definitely. It's super fun stuff. But we got a little bit of weather to check in with, as in Moorhead, Minnesota. And it's looking to be a pretty nice day. Sunshine with a few afternoon clouds. A high of 64 degrees. A pretty nice fall. Winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Yeah, that seems like beautiful weather out there.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's kind of like a perfect fall day, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Clouds.
You know, in those mid 60s, you can still wear a sweatshirt, but not, you don't want a coat. Awesome stuff.
Exactly. But of course, tonight it is looking a little cooler. It's going to be a little overcast with a low of 47 degrees. Winds are going to be blowing south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour.
And that sun will be setting at 6:30 for you guys. Should be some great stuff. But we have some bingo to go over, as we got that Vikings bingo that comes right after this broadcast from 12 all the way till 1. 25 cents to buy into that game, and you can take home $8,355 if you can win it in 52 balls or less. But not only is that prize on the line, but also points towards our lunchtime bingo standings, which we like to call the Twiking Zone.
Yeah, and we got a ton of awesome players inside the top 10s right now. We don't have any crazy shakeups happening, just a lot of players up in their point totals.
Yeah, and a lot of close races, too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, T-Bone over at Popper's still just outside of the 100,000 point club. Hasn't been able to bridge that gap yet, but not too far ahead. We have a really close race between Red and Kirby. 9th place is Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. Only 1,000 points ahead is Kirby, like I was saying, over at VFW Blaine. They're in 8th with 105,000 points.
And really, T-Bone is in that race as well, being only 5,000 and 6,000 points behind those two players. Really, really cool stuff. But there's also a race in our top 5, because there's some big point gaps after that. And in 5th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 204,000 points. Was in first place in the early portions of this season, but is trying to fight to catch up to 4th place Simbop over at Corky's Bar South Haven, who has 2,000 points more than Loser Dave, 206,000 points. But Simbop isn't going to make that an easy task.
Very, very true. But we did have a mini shakeup hidden in the top 3, because dropping from that two-way tie between Scrub Eye and Nan, Scrub Eye's back to 3rd place now, booted, but still in the top 3.
And really, really close to 2nd place, Nan.
Yes, exactly. Scrub Eye's playing over at VFW Blaine. He has 228,000 points. That puts him only 2,000 points behind Nan, who's playing over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 230,000 points. Scrub Eye's in 3rd, with Nan now being in 2nd, all on their own.
Yeah, they just keep on flip-flop, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Right.
In 1st place, we do have Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 281,000 points. Great job to Mikey Wins. Well, on to the location side of these standings, where the races are definitely not as tight. We got one race that is really, really close in our 6th and 5th place spot with VFW Blaine with 256,000 points, and our place on 3rd in Faribault with 259,000 points. Both of them have been really close to each other for about a whole week now. But we'll see who breaks out of that tie, as there's no real super close races outside that.
No.
Oh, wait, there's a 3-point separation between 8th place Steve-O's and Crystal with 138,000 points, and Carboni's Pizza and CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 141,000 points in 7th.
So definitely, a little race going on there, but they are very, very far removed from the top 6. But the top 4 is still looking pretty crazy, and they're all very far away from each other. In 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 373,000 points. 3rd place is Corky's Bar in South Haven with 426,000 points. 2nd is American Legion Fridley with 477,000 points. And 1st place is VFW Spring Lake Park in a league of their own with 586,000 points.
Definitely some awesome stuff there. But we also have some awesome E-tabs. You highlighted one of those E-tabs in Bounty Hunter, but we have over 70 different charitable E-tabs you can play. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. And all games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds with. Now, which E-tab would you like to have on your sports team outside of the sports-themed E-tabs?
Diesel Freaks.
Diesel Freaks again. You're loving the Diesel Freaks.
Yeah, no, I feel like they're just an all-around group of dudes, to be honest.
I'm going to go with...
I don't know though. Like, can they play in the game while they're just like totally wasted? Because they all like driving around trucks of beer. So
yeah, so they're kind of also just like they look like they're crazy.
Yeah,
so
as long as there's no testing going on, like going into the game, I think I'm set.
Yeah, you probably have a good shot at that. That's probably a good choice right there.
Yeah.
I would go with. Let me see. I'm gonna go with Monster Moolah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just. No, I'm going to go with Make It Rain.
Oh, I like
just
Make
so I
It
can
Rain.
have all the presidents playing with me
Yep,
and all the
100%.
historical.
Founding
Well, yeah, the
fathers
founding
laying
fathers.
hits.
That's what I mean.
That's right. That's right. Just oh my gosh, just hit stick George Washington.
So that's our highlight jackpots of today.
right,
Make It
that's right.
Rain and Diesel Freaks. Check them out, as well as all the different options we have. But we have more live bingo that we need to talk about.
That's right, because we do have a lot of game day bingo going on today from 1 to 4 p.m. and then afterwards from 4 to 6 p.m. for happy hour. But starting off game day bingo at 1, we got the minor starting off fresh at $0, button 52 balls or less to win. It starts clicking up really, really fast because it clicks up in ball count every single game. That major jackpot is at $1,000 and 48 balls or less to win, and the mega jackpot is over $16,160 and 46 balls or less to win.
Oh yeah, super fun stuff in that game day bingo. And if any of those prizes grow and roll over past that 4 p.m. time, you'll have more opportunities during our happy hour bingo. Our happy hour gets started off with one game of Lucky 4 bingo at 4 p.m. Well, you'll have $42,205 on the line. And if you don't win it in that 4 p.m. opportunity, you'll have another shot at 6 p.m. But in between those games, that's when you'll get your second opportunity at game day bingo. That runs from 4 to 6, and you'll get 23 games of it, where that mega, major, and minor prize will still be on the line, with that minor prize always being viable as it clicks up 2 balls every single game.
100%. So definitely try and get a chance at it during the happy hour bingo. But right afterwards, we got the late night, the skull bingo, the $1 cards running from 6 to 10 p.m. We got a lot of nice prizes during this time. The line is looking really good to start things off at $570 and 10 balls or less to win. That large frame jackpot is at $5,395 and 43 balls or less to win. And that coverall jackpot is at $10,715 and 50 balls or less to win.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff in Skull Bingo. And sometimes we like to interrupt that Skull Bingo with some specialty nights. The two of them that happened this week were MegaSota Game Night and Wild Wednesday. MegaSota Game Night is the next one up, as that happens every single Tuesday at 6:40. And we are not going to be we are still going to be playing those games on MegaSota Game Night, but it will be a whole PyCon event happening next week, so it should be a lot of fun. But you guys will still have opportunities at those great prizes, as well as some PGL points, like a 54-ball coverall that you could take home $43,733 in, and the game is called Jackpot Jungle.
Okay, awesome stuff. So definitely come on out for that MegaSota Game Night next Tuesday if you're not already going to be at PyCon.
PyCon, yeah, we're super excited about PyCon,
That's
though.
right. It's going to be a ton of fun, so definitely come out. And I think we are encouraging everybody to come out in costumes and everything like that, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're encouraging everyone. Show up in costumes. We'd love to see it.
It's going to be a ton of fun. But, of course, next Wednesday, we still have Wild Wednesday as well. Goes from 7 to 9 like it does every single Wednesday. Got a lot of great PGL games during this time, including some high and low tournament games, which are always a lot of fun. And, of course, ending it with a grand finale of the Wipeout Blackout back-to-back games.
Yeah, always a blast. We got to wait a whole nother week till next Sunday as our Vikings game day broadcast. We have to wait till the Vikings are playing,
That's right.
which will be happening at noon on October 30th. Super fun stuff, so make sure you guys are coming out to to have some really fun time on the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely come on out. It's going to be a ton of fun. But remember, if you want to earn PGL points during those awesome specialty nights, you got to sign up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great stuff in it. So definitely check it out at pgl.world and sign up today.
Yeah, and you can also use that sign up to get into the Player Connect app, which you can play the sports link on that app, and it will get you some extra PGL points, which is always great stuff. But we have some new members that we'd love to highlight that just got signed up at pgl.world. We got Always Lose, Male04, Lisa, Robo2337, My Screen Name, Joe Cool, Amber Mar 31, Mama Lilia, Maggie May, Alex, Kathy, Trudy 541, Jason Luxem,
Okay.
D's Mama 1 and B Daddy Wiggin.
Awesome. A lot of interesting names in there. Definitely some awesome stuff. Thanks for signing up, everybody. Hopefully to see it, you guys winning some jackpots or maybe getting onto these PGL standings that we're about to get into.
Yeah, just had some shakeups last Wednesday, and one of those shakeups being caused moving up from 10th into 9th place. We got Panda over the roadside with 745,495 points, passing up big-time player Keith over at Billy's Rockford, bumping them back to 10th place with 710,940 points.
Awesome stuff. Well, it looks like everybody is still doing some crazy stuff getting into the top 6. Because dropping from 4th all the way to 6th place, it's Bergara over at Southtown Lanes with 827,000 points. Moving up into the top 5 from 6th place, it's Chapster over in Mose with 841,000 points, now in 5th place. Dropping from 3rd back to 4th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 843,000 points, not too far ahead of Chapster at all. 3rd place, though, one of the biggest risers of this week. It's Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill, just being high-rise and Brizo as always, 849,000 points in 3rd place.
Yeah, great stuff to Brizo on that rise. But our top two players are really killing it. 2nd place is Devoided over at the roadside with 914,000 points. And that number 1 player is Forget You D at VFW Austin. He couldn't quite be in the location standings if he does, but VFW Austin, 1,288,000 points. Good job, Forget You Diaz. He kills it on those PGL nights.
100%. I got to say, though, I have to hand it to the locations this season. They've been killing it. But, normally, like you said, we can get players onto the location standings, like if they were just to, be put on.
At least, like, the top 2 players usually can get into, like, 8th place of the location standings or something like that.
But they're making it hard for him this season.
Yeah, there's so many people tight-knit this year, as there's so many people in the 2 million point club, 3rd all the way to 10th place in this location standings, and that's why there's so many shakeups every single week in these standings.
100%. So definitely some good stuff going on. But starting with the first shakeup, falling from 9th to 10th, it's Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead with 2,218,000 points. And up next is the biggest fall of this week, I think, because falling from 5th to 9th place, it's Corner Pocket in Rice with 2,256,000 points now. That's pretty great, falling out of the top 5 into the bottom, like 2.
Yeah, really, really impressive stuff.
100%.
Yeah, we did have some big risers as moving from 10th into 8th. We have Cabin Bar Nicolette with 2,337,000 points. A really good rise for them. But we did have some more people getting bumped back. All the rest of the people were moving up, actually. Moving up from 8th into 7th, we got VFW Austin with 2,384,000 points, staying put, but passing up Corner Pocket and Rice by staying put. In 6th place, we got LJ's in Miltona with 2,386,000 points. But the biggest riser of the entire week, moving up from 7th all the way to 5th place, we got Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 2,606,000 points.
Wow, hey, nice job to Friendly Buffalo getting into the top 5. But the top 3 is still the same. 3rd place is VFW Northfield, 2,935,000 points, almost to that next club. And already in that club, we got 2nd place Poppers in Virginia with 3,058,000 points. And 1st place is still Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,897,000 points.
Well, great stuff to all those locations. But if you guys want to stay in the know about Pilot Games, you guys got to give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. It's as easy as just searching up Pilot Games on that search bar, and you'll see our logo. That way you can see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, as well as our link tree, which has links to bar locations, our socials, pgl.world, and so much more. So definitely just check out our Facebook page to just learn everything about Pilot Games.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely some good stuff going on with that. But we do have a great player spotlight to get into, because this week it was Julie Y over at Rockin' A taking home a jackpot in, what was it, 47 balls, or it was 47 balls.
Yeah.
$46,000. Absolutely insane.
1 week ago.
Yeah, so definitely some great stuff to Julie Y. When they won that jackpot, they were supporting the great charity, the Knight Rider Snowmobile Club. Their mission statement is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and join a snowmobile club near you.
Well, that's some awesome stuff. Get enrolled for some Vikings bingo. Me and John will be right back to host that as well. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Our mission is to serve the community, Pilot Games, has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls. Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Vikings bingo. 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game, and we got $8,364 available in this jackpot. Should be some really fun stuff as we're streaming these games to you live on the Pilot TV, Player and Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
100%. But of course, we have been sending out a lot of brand new Pilot TVs to a lot of new locations. We're going to give some of them a special shout out right now. Starting it off is Crazy J's. Then we have Moose Lodge in Ortonville, the Dugout Bar and Grill in Dent, the Woodshed Ottertail Rod and Gun, Shoreline Restaurant, and of course, Leaf Valley Mercantile.
Yeah, definitely some great locations. Super excited to see some more of those Pilot TVs get out there. But we do have balls dropping in this game number 1 of Vikings Bingo. And we got a line prize of $5, a large M of that same prize, and a coverall of $8,385 in this game. And we got some good prizes available all throughout today. And we had some good prizes go out, some great prizes go out yesterday, as we gave out 3 different jackpots yesterday, making 25 jackpots for the last 7 days and 355 jackpots for this season 12.
Definitely some awesome stuff. Nice job to you guys so far winning all those jackpots. But we do have a winner. We got Steve over at our place on 3rd taking away that line prize. Nice job to you, Steve. Steve is now 6 balls away from the large M. Hopefully we can get a good run up at that coverall. But the first jackpot winner from yesterday was none other than Shelljoy, winning the biggest jackpot of the day over at American Legion Monticello, over $7,343. Nice job to you, Shelljoy.
Yeah, definitely a great one, as I was able to give out that jackpot while I was live during that happy hour bingo last night. But the next jackpot that went out went to Fun Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, taking home $622. Great stuff. And I don't know what flavor Fun Kool-Aid is, but I wanna have a taste.
Man,
it kind of reminds me of the Dream World Coke, where it doesn't really describe the taste at all.
It's just kind of like a random sweet flavor.
Yeah, it's like Fun Kool-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if I were to like make a fun Kool-Aid flavor, it'd be like a fruit punch of some kind, probably.
Yeah, it would have to be some kind
but
of
like
fruit punch.
hand-picked fruits from
with
me,
like
you know
mass amounts of caffeine in it.
Oh my gosh, that'd be terrible for your children. I would never buy Kool-Aid again if I had a family.
No, just the Fun Kool-Aid. It's just the fun
Kool-Aid.
It's just
200 milligrams of caffeine.
Exactly.
It's just like red, like what's the Red Bull?
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a cocktail. It's mixed in a Red Bull with Kool-Aid.
Your kids seem lazy.
Hey, have fun Kool-Aid. Oh my goodness, that'd be the worst. But of course, nice job to you, Fun Kool-Aid, taking home a jackpot though. Maybe you can invest that into like a Fun Kool-Aid business.
Yeah, maybe. We do have Shell over at Boulevard Tavern taking home that $5 large gem. I'm not patting that right now. We got $8 on that coverall. We'll see if it can go out to maybe the player 1 ball away, JSH.
100%. Nice job to you. But of course, up next, it was none other than ANR over at Route 65 Pub and Grub, taking home this last jackpot of the day, $797. Nice job to A&R. But we got our last winner of this game of Vikings Bingo, none other than Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar, taking away the coverall. Nice job to you, Yo-Yo, Shell, and of course Steve as well, all being winners on this game.
Yeah, we're now getting enrolled in a game number 2 of Vikings Bingo, and hopefully you guys are getting enrolled as well, as that $8,000 prize is only growing. But we got some new e-tabs that just got released, the newest of which is Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect up lucky horseshoes, try the Bonanza bonus, or try your luck and pick a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus round. It's super fun stuff, and we love the good Western-themed game.
Oh, 100%. Definitely check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, do you ever play horseshoes?
Like I've played it. Like there's been like a lot of there's a lot of parks I remember in Texas that just had posts for horseshoes. And so like if you brought horseshoes, you could play.
You could play, but you never owned horseshoes.
I never really owned horseshoes, but my like uncle did, and like my friend did too. So like whenever I went out with my friend and his like family, we would like play like sometimes.
I can probably count the amount of times I played horseshoe on my hand, like so little amount.
Yeah, I've probably played it like about as much as I've played the cornhole.
Really?
Yeah.
So that I play cornhole a lot. So
Yeah,
that was
it's pretty similar, to be honest.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure it is.
Yeah.
That's what I first thought when I was thinking of the two games.
Yep.
Just one is throwing a metal object
The
and one's
southern version.
Oh yeah, totally. But Jordy was talking about how she used to have a cornhole tournament that not cornhole, used to have a horseshoe tournament with all of her family in her backyard, like every summer kind of thing.
Nice.
And I was surprised to find out that her 6'6" Navy like captain grandpa, who has like a bad back, has to walk on a cane and everything like that. He's a sleeper in that he just wins those things like every year.
Funny.
Like he is so gifted at cornhole.
That's funny. I feel like just old people with bad backs, like because my grandpa has a bad back too. Like for some reason they just have like the motions down and they just know what to do. Like I don't know what it is. My grandpa's good at those things too. He's good at darts and stuff like that.
Yeah, he just will bring it out and it'll
it's
just be like ding.
What are you doing? Like he's just like.
Yeah,
It's just, like,
exactly.
instantly, oh my gosh, no, it's so funny. Maybe like our hand-eye coordination just like evolves.
We get really good at repetitive movements.
That's right. Bunch of maybe that's why he's so good at solitaire too.
We do just have 30 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. $8,394 available. Hopefully you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. But definitely check out Bounty Hunter with that lucky horseshoe bonus round. Super fun stuff.
100%. No, he's good at chess too. I've actually never managed to beat my grandpa in chess.
Really? Have you played it more recently?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've learned a lot more recently.
I was about to say, you're a lot better at chess than you once were.
I've been thinking I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna be like, hey, like maybe we can play once a week, you know, and then we can kind of get a game going because I want to try and beat him.
You're like, I think I got a shot.
It was funny because he told me he beat his teacher only one time, and he still says like he beat him, but like it was not legitimately. It was so funny.
Oh really?
And his teacher was like one of his buddies, and like they would drink and stuff and hang out, and sometimes they would play chess when they weren't drinking and stuff. But one time he like got him like to the bar and they were drinking, got really drunk, and then they went back to his house to hang out and stuff. And then he was like, "Oh, hey, you want to play chess?"
Yeah.
You know, and you want another drink too? And you know, my grandma just got him
yeah.
super drunk and just beat him in chess.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He just wanted to have that one
one.
sole victory.
Exactly.
That's awesome, awesome stuff. Well, you guys could see some awesome Pilot Games stuff on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and see all that great stuff like weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progresses, player pictures, and so much more. Also, the website link, like our link tree, which has links to bar locations, our socials, and so much more there as well.
100%. But we do have Shell over at Boulevard Tavern taking away that lion prize. Nice job to you, Shell. And, of course, we are playing some Vikings bingo right now. We play these games every day from 12 to 1 p.m. We get 10 chances at this jackpot. Right now, it's over $8,420 in 52 balls or less to win. We have until 1 p.m. to try and get chances at these games.
Okay.
Right afterwards, we get some Game Day Bingo, the 50-cent cards from 1 to 4 p.m. That starts off the Game Day Bingo for the day, and we got a lot of nice prizes in there. The minor jackpot starting off fresh, and it is available in 52 balls or less to win. But, of course, it clicks up really fast. I mean, every single game, it clicks up 2 balls and ball count.
Oh, yeah.
Craziness. The major's looking good at $1,000 to start things off in 48 balls or less to win. We just gave it out last night. And that mega jackpot is honestly looking really good, too. $16,160 in 46 balls or less to win. And I will never trust, like, ball counts in the 40s anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Because now the past couple weeks, I've given out 47 balls, 44 balls.
Yes.
I can't trust it anymore.
No.
It's always a good chance.
Game Day Bingo has been wild for especially you and Will during those late night broadcasts on Friday. But we do have that great late night coming up tonight, and that happens from 4 to 6 every single night. You got 2 games of Lucky 4 Bingo bracketing that, and then 23 games of Game Day Bingo that will keep on rolling from that 1 to 4 time.
That's right, but we do have Lucky Loves over at our place on 3rd taking away that large M. Nice job to you, Lucky Loves. But we do have that Musco of $11 on there, and we got a ton of awesome bingo going on tonight. But before we get into it, we got Pitster over at Beck's Pub taking away that coverall. Nice job to Pitster, Lucky Loves, and Shell all winning on this game.
Yeah, now getting rolled into game number 3 of Vikings Bingo. But the game's happening tonight is Skull Bingo. That runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. Or should we call it Pilot After Hours?
That's
It was
right.
from 6 to 10, a Skull Bingo. Coverall of $10,715. You can take home in 50 balls or less. A large frame of $5,395. You can take home in 43 balls or less. And a line prize of $570. You could take home in 10 balls or less. It should be a lot of fun stuff.
Awesome stuff. Definitely come on out tonight for some Skull Bingo. Normally during this after-hour evening time, MegaSota game night usually rolls around every Tuesday. Starts at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday, one of our premier PGL specialty nights. Got a lot of great PGL games during that time to get some points, but at the end of the night, we have a grand finale of the Jackpot Jungle game, and it is a great time. On that coverall jackpot and 54 balls or less to win, you could take home $43,733, and that's before anyone even gets enrolled. So it'll end up looking a lot bigger as people start piling in.
Should be a lot of fun. The very next night, we have our Wild Wednesdays. They go from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. That's where me and Will have a lot of fun giving out a bunch of PGL points, as well as our grand finale of Wipeout Blackout, which has a few great prizes available. But we have to wait another whole week before we have another Vikings game day. That's happening next Sunday at noon on October 30th.
Yeah, awesome stuff. It's going to be a fun game against the Cardinals, but they were looking deadly last night.
Yeah, they looked good. I mean, their defense still looks like a sieve, but their offense is looking very legit.
No, I agree. And Kyler Murray really didn't have a whole lot to do with it.
No,
It was
running back DeAndre Hopkins. They had a very good offensive attack, and they still haven't even got, I don't think, Robbie Anderson into the fold just yet.
He got one target.
Yeah, so once they get him going, it should be a pretty dangerous offense, and we'll have to really up our pass protection. And we'll talk about all these things that we need to shore up when we get to our Vikings news, as we have a literal list of things we need to shore up during this bye week.
100%.
But we do have some national days to get into before we talk about all that great stuff. And the first one is a little bit more serious, World Iodine Deficiency Day. On October 21st, World Iodine Deficiency spreads awareness for the role that iodine has in the health of the human body. The day is also a Global Iodine Deficiency Disorders Prevention Day.
Yeah, I mean, days like this are like great to observe and stuff and to just educate yourself about, because I mean, this might be one of those things where you're like, you don't even know if you have it or not, and then it's just kind of like, oh, hey, like I actually don't have as much iodine as I need in my body, like, you know, and I do have these symptoms. I need to go to the doctor for this.
Yeah, that iodine helps you, assists in the creation of proteins and enzyme activity, as well as regular normal metabolism.
Yeah.
So it can, you'll have drastic weight gain and stuff like that when you have iodine deficiencies.
Wow, that's a pretty big deal. So definitely, iodine is definitely very important for your body and stuff. So observe this day, World Iodine Deficiency Day, and just honestly take this day and like look at all the levels of all those vitamins and nutrients that you got in your body, just to make sure the ship's running all good.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to make sure that all that is at a healthy level. But we do have a bunch of national days to get into today, and some of them really fun ones.
Yeah, 100%. Up next, it is National Witch Hazel Day. On this day, discover one of America's first skin treatments and favorite skincare ingredients when you celebrate National Witch Hazel Day.
I am not familiar with witch hazel, as I'm not familiar with a lot of skincare stuff. I just put on my face whatever Jordy tells me to put on my face. But witch hazel is a
it's like a type of flower.
Genus of flowering plants in the family of
It's like those white little flowers that you see.
Oh yeah, the 3 species in North America and one each in Japan and China. The North American species are associated. They are called a winter bloom.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. So definitely some really cool stuff. But we do have Patty BB over at Billy's Rockford taking away the line prize. Nice job to you, Patty. But yeah, witch hazel, I mean, it's good for you. It's kind of one of those tried and true things. It's like, using baking soda for toothpaste. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just one of those old things. You know it works. It's good. And it's
Yeah.
like not bad. So yeah, it's a cool day. Wish Hazel's nice.
Happy Wish Hazel Day. This one is one that I'm definitely going to try and celebrate today, as it's International Nacho Day. Each year on October 21st, people around the world celebrate International Nacho Day and the flavor delectable nacho. The day also encourages others to try nachos for the first time ever.
Oh, man, I love that. There's so many different ways to create nachos. There's a lazy way. There's a, like your mom is actually making it for you way.
Yes.
You know, there's the other, like, you know, just so many different ways you can assemble a nacho.
Yes, I had. I went to a friend get together at one point, and what was the meal at the end of the night was we all just got our own baking sheet, and we just all like made our own personalized nachos, and we stuck it into this just big oven that they had there, and we all had nachos, and we just surrounded it around the table, and everyone just went picking from other people's nachos, and it was so tasty.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah, no, nachos are great. I love nachos. I mean, definitely the best way to have them is like an actual like nacho dish, like with the meats, the chips, the cheese, and the beans, and all that good stuff in there. Peppers in there if you like that. I honestly don't like peppers in mine. I just kind of like it a little more simple.
Yeah.
But before we get more into nachos, there's a lot to talk about with nachos. We do have Pitster over at Beck's Pub taking away the large M, and then we got a couple winners on the cover.
A lot.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Nikki. Big JK over at Carboni's Pizzeria. No Show over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill. Jula Bula over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Tab over at Crazy J's Bar and Grill. Dal B 88 over Our Place on 3rd, and last but not least, Mad Dog over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill. All of them taking away a piece of that coverall. Nice job to you guys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think we got a check-in from Mad Dog during this week saying that he was not going to be able to make it to PyCon, which is super disappointing due to the location change and time change and everything like that. And it just happens that way. But for checking in, here's a little bit of luck, especially since we're going to be missing you on that PyCon week.
That's right. But yeah, it does suck that we had to postpone it like we did. But it ended up being like, well, you know, if we didn't postpone it, the rain would have ruined it at the end.
For sure. So we're happy that we're going to be at that new location, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But we were talking about International Nacho Day, and I'd love to talk more about that. What is your favorite meat on your nachos?
Probably ground beef.
Just ground beef on your nachos?
Or like maybe pulled chicken.
Chorizo?
Chorizo's good.
Chorizo's a little too greasy for me, and it gets the chips too bendy and stuff like that, and I can't get a solid scoop out of them.
And to me, I feel like chorizo is like a second meat. You know what I mean? Typically, chorizo isn't like something that like I'll only eat chorizo unless it's like eggs and chorizo.
Yes.
Or like maybe like I don't know. Like I guess on nachos, I would definitely put just chorizo because it's like more of a topper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's like something that spices up a really bland food kind of thing.
I can definitely. I've never had chorizo on nachos.
Yeah, I think it's pretty tasty. All you gotta do is make sure that you avoid the grease getting all on there.
Like making everything solid. Eat it real fast.
Yeah, you gotta make it all separate and then like combine it by like separating it all. It's so tasty though, and so I'd say chorizo is one of my top ones. Probably chicken's my number one. It's just super tasty, and it's a tried and true staple.
I think my top ingredients though would definitely be like pico de gallo, guacamole, whatchamacallit, like any kind of cheese. Like just put multiple like kinds of cheese on there. You know, the Mexican mix with like the 4 different ones. Probably ground beef. I think would be like on my like favorite kind of nacho.
Okay.
And then honestly, like, oh man, there's like a ton of different things.
Here's one that I love. That's not necessarily what you'd call your traditional nacho, and that is a pulled pork barbecue nacho. I really enjoy a pulled pork barbecue nacho.
No, 100%. I can get around that for sure. I mean, and then you get fancy with it. You get the steak strips, like that sort of thing.
So good.
Whatchamacallit? I've seen brisket nachos before.
Brisket nachos is super good. That I might put that over the pulled pork nachos. Brisket nachos.
Brisket is awesome. The only reason I wouldn't put brisket as my favorite thing to put on nachos is like I feel like I'm wasting it.
You're like should I put like if I do that, then brisket has to come on with a bunch of other meals too.
Yep, exactly. It's like I feel like I should just eat the brisket alone. Like I always want
what's your favorite mac and cheese? Brisket mac and cheese.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good though. Oh my goodness, I can't even
What's your favorite barbecue food? Brisket.
Brisket is so good. It's just one of those things where it's like when you get it like right, It is one of the best.
Yeah,
Oh, my
so tasty, and even tastier on nachos.
100%.
Happy International Nacho Day. Hopefully you can celebrate it on today, as it's so easy to make a plate of nachos.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's a great lazy food. But we do have a winner. We got Player over at Boulevard Tavern taking away that line prize. Nice job to Player. But, of course, we got 3 more national days to get into. And this next one is a lot of fun. It is Back to the Future Day. On October 21st, we are traveling back in time to catch a ride on the DeLorean to celebrate Back to the Future Day. And, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I love the movie series Back to the Future. It's been a long time since I've rewatched them.
Did the first one come out on this day?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Cool.
At least one of them came out on today.
That's really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the second one.
Yeah, we'll find out for sure. What is your favorite of the Back to the Future franchise?
Probably the Wild West one.
Ooh, yeah, that's my favorite as well.
I really like that one.
But in 1989, millions of fans of the movie trilogy Back to the Future seen the first signs of time travel through the windshield of the infamous DeLorean in Back to the Future 2. For nearly 26 years, fans of the movie franchise would wait for the exact date, October 21st, 2015, to celebrate the only time Doc, Christopher Lloyd, Marty, Michael J. Fox, and Jennifer Elizabeth Sue would travel into the future. Today, we share the enthusiasm of pulp culture by celebrating National Back to the Future Day, even though it's technically not the future anymore.
That's funny. I remember that. I remember that day in 2015 when it was
Yes.
like, it was like, oh, it's the day.
Yes, it was the Back to the Future Day, and it's so disappointing to think of what they thought we were going to accomplish by 2015 and what it is now.
Exactly.
But we do have some pretty cool stuff that they didn't even depict.
We do. But before we get into it, we do have Mad Dog over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill taking it away along with Steve over at Our Place on 3rd. Nice job to you guys splitting up that large M. You know what's funny? I watched a show from the 80s that had the exact same thing.
Really?
It was called Robotech. It's one of my favorite little cartoons that I watched. And it went super into the future. But before we get into it, is Dan over at Carboni's Pizzeria taking away the coverall on that game. Nice job to Dan and all the other winners taking away some W's.
Yeah, all in this game number 4. We're now getting rolled in a game number 5.
Awesome stuff. But Robotech. So it's an old like cartoon in the 80s. And I was watching it, and it basically says like alien technology crash landed into the Earth. Humans took it, advanced really fast, and the show takes place in 2010.
Okay.
And I remember when 2010 came around, that's around the time I was watching the show when I was like 10 years old. And I remember when 2010 came around and like they were in space doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Because, and I was just sitting there like, why can't I have like cool robo like mechs to like jump around and fly in?
Because it's like kids playing with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're like,
they're like in full fledged like alien wars and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, I want to do this. Like it's so cool.
You're like, I'd survive.
Yeah. It's like Earth was like destroyed and like they're like living in space now, and it's just
You're like, I can handle that.
I'd probably be one of those dudes on the ship.
Walk it off.
That's right.
Walk it off.
Walk it off. Come on. But of course, it's Back to the Future Day. It's just one of those days, just like the day in 2012 when everybody thought the Earth was going to end.
Yes.
December 22nd.
Yes. I remember that.
Every year when September 21st comes around.
Yeah.
Or no, September. Do you remember?
I haven't. 21st night of September.
21st night of September. Yes.
Yes.
I was making sure. I was like, wait, I'm making sure it's not. I'm not just associating with today. But, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. Back to the Future Day.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. What is your favorite cinematic portrayal of time travel?
Oh man, that's a good one to be honest. I think like my favorite portrayal of it might have to be like. I don't know.
Minority Report. They travel back in time, right?
He can see like they can see situations in the future.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. That's so they don't travel back in time or anything like that,
No.
but they just know how to like predict the future.
Yeah. So it's like those 3 people could like see into the future and predict crimes and other certain things, and then they would be able to intercept it.
Oh,
yeah, and that's how it works. So that is a pretty good one. To be honest.
that's one of my. That's
a cool one.
That's a cool one that I liked.
Man, I gotta say, I really like how Looper did it. I think that was kind of fun.
That was an interesting way of doing it.
It was a really crazy, like very dystopian way of
Yes.
doing it, but like at the same time, it was cool. Harry Potter was fun. To be
Oh,
honest,
for
when they had
sure.
the time stoppers, and
Yes,
they
yes.
they used those little things to go back. That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to think. Not very many movies do it great.
No,
be
no,
honest.
no. There's not. Back to the Future being one of those. So
Wasn't there a movie with the time traveler called The Time Traveler's Wife or something?
yes, that's just a remake of it. Just came out, I think this year.
Interesting.
If I had to guess,
Yeah,
it might have been last year, but one of the past 2 years it came out. It's a show this time around, and the first time it
okay.
came out, it was a movie.
Yeah, and I know like the concept of it. I might have seen it, I might have not, but like where he would just kind of go in and out of time without any like control over it.
Yeah,
right?
he can't control his time,
Yeah.
and he always is trying to stay connected to this girl. But like, he'll show up to her as a child, as him as a full-grown adult,
Yeah.
and then he'll try and travel back to her as an elderly woman, and he's a kid or something like
Yeah.
that with her, kind of thing. So
that would be rough.
yes,
Yeah.
it's an interesting way of doing it, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen either one, but I think it all stems off of a book that was originally wrote.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jumper, but less cool.
Oh, really?
With Hayden Christensen in that movie without the time travel.
I have no idea. I think think it probably is a pretty interesting concept for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. But
I think
less dystopian.
yes, very much less dystopian. Yeah, I think whatchamacallit, another interesting time movie was Benjamin Button.
Oh,
that was such a good movie.
That was a weird one. Like
Yeah.
it was cool. It was definitely well done and
Yeah.
everything like that, as well as you can do.
Yeah, good cast,
Like a
you know what I mean?
Benjamin Button movie.
Yes, yes.
But it was
the fact that they
definitely.
had Brad Pitt playing him, that was so funny.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting.
But of course, enough about time travel. We
Yeah.
do have beer over at American Legion New London taking away that line prize. Nice job to you, beer. But maybe Nikki can check in and let us know what her favorite time travel movie or show is. Oh, Doctor Who is another good one.
Doctor Who
That's
is a
probably
good
like
one.
the classic one.
Yeah, that's probably the best show
Yeah.
time travel one.
Yeah. It's all
Or the
about it.
CW Flash.
The CW. I love the CW Flash. I love like the first 2 seasons.
And they time travel a bunch in it.
They do. The first 2 seasons are prime time.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
so
gotta
good,
say.
and that's when it's prime time travel
Yep,
time. Like
yep.
they're going all over the place
that
in the
flashpoint
timeline.
happens or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
Yeah,
awesome
pretty cool.
stuff. Well, happy Back to the
That's
Future
right,
Day,
that's
one of
right.
the best representations of time travel in there. Maybe not like actual representations,
Yes.
but a super fun representation
That's
of
right.
time travel.
All right, last little thing about
Okay,
it. Last
okay.
little thing. What's the most powerful like time controlling person? Like superhero or like Greek god, whatever you say. Because you have Kronos for the Greek Titan dude.
Yeah.
He was pretty powerful.
Gosh, I don't know.
Okay, wait. Who's the superhero that? Okay, Flash is probably the primary dude who like messes around with time, right?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange does it a little bit.
Yeah, Doctor Strange does do it a little bit.
I'll take Flash.
You'll take Flash.
Flash,
I'll go with
LeBron James. Tom Brady.
I'll go with from the same. Well, are we trying to do like characters like most powerful or
Yeah.
like best characters in like movies and stuff like that? Like they're like my favorite.
Oh,
character.
your favorite? Okay. What's the most powerful you think than your favorite? But while you're thinking, we do have Mikey Wins over at VFW Shakopee taking away the large M. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. We are 1 ball away from the coverall, and there it is. Chubby over at American Legion New London taking it away. Nice job to you winning. All of you guys taking W's on this game.
Yeah, great stuff in this game number 5.
Yeah. Oh no, it's game number. Ooh. There we go. Game number 5.
Yeah, we're now getting enrolled into a game number 6, so hopefully you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. But I would probably say the new villain of the MCU, Kane the Conqueror, is the most powerful movie representation of a time manipulator.
Yeah.
And then I will go for my favorite. It would have to be the Flash as well.
Yeah, the Flash is definitely my
he's
favorite.
a childhood
yeah.
my childhood favorite superheroes was Spider-Man and the Flash. Like those
Yes.
were I feel like
Yes.
every boy's favorite superheroes as kids was Spider-Man and the Flash.
100%.
But rightfully so, because those were by far the
Oh,
coolest.
they were 100% the coolest. Does Dr. Manhattan mess around with time at all?
I don't know if he messes around with
I think he's
time or
just
not.
like omnipotent.
Yeah.
I think he experiences his past, present, and future simultaneously.
Oh, so he already knows the future.
Oh, he can go anywhere across time and space whenever he wants.
So Dr. Manhattan's
Okay,
probably the
yeah.
most powerful.
But yeah, that's crazy. But of course, Back to the Future Day. Cool stuff, nerdy stuff, awesome. But up next, it is National Reptile Awareness Day, a huge, awesome, important one. Each year on October 21st, people across the nation observe this day, created not only for reptile lovers to celebrate, but this National Day also promotes education, conservation, and appreciation for reptiles. It is a day to learn about their natural habitats and the ecological threats that they're facing.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Reptiles are really cool, and we'd love to protect a lot of them, especially if they're in danger.
Yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, a few of the reptiles that are endangered in the United States. I mean, the American crocodile. A lot of people might not think about it like that, but yeah, no, it is one of the endangered species here. Loggerhead sea turtles are endangered. Gopher tortoises. Interesting, a Louisiana pine snake. Apparently, that's a reptile. That's pretty cool. Whatchamacallit, turtles. A lot of different turtles are very endangered in the U.S. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those days to just educate yourself about reptiles and maybe help out with conservation efforts around you.
Yeah, I got 10 of the big, largest reptiles in the world.
Let's go.
The first one up is the Komodo dragon. I expected this one to be on the list. It's one of the coolest of all the reptiles, as I wish I could have it as a pet.
100%. No, like if I could like get something that was like big enough to ride, like if I could enlarge in a Komodo dragon a little bit, I would want to like ride this thing into battle.
Well, for sure, it's like the closest thing to a like dragon that you can find.
Like poisonous like spit. That's so cool.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
of course, up next is green sea turtle. They're so awesome looking.
Yeah,
they're so cool.
and just huge. We got the
Gar.
gar, which is like a long nosed, skinny like nosed alligator.
You know, it's funny. I'm pretty sure they're actually like not classified as a type of alligator.
Oh, but they look so similar to them for
no,
sure.
No, they literally do. It's so. Here, let me look because now I'm kind of. You can go into this next one though. Because it's really
green
cool.
anaconda is the next one up, as anacondas are just massive, and can grow between 9.8 to 15 feet.
No, so it's not it's a fish-eating crocodile. That's what they call it.
Okay, so it's in the crocodile family, not the alligator family.
Yes, that's so cool. For some reason I read somewhere that it was like a type of like fish for some reason.
Really?
And it was really
Fake
weird.
news.
Yeah, no,
Fake
seriously,
news.
I know.
We got a line prize going out to Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley, as well as Pitster at Beck's Pub and Delby 88.
This is the
all of them splitting up $9.
I was thinking about something entirely different.
Oh,
the
a garfish.
garfish. Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, as they look very similar, just one's in fish form and one's in
fish and one's a croc.
Yeah,
so
the
funny.
Galapagos tortoise.
These are like some of the most awesome like wise looking things ever.
Yeah, I would love one to be able to speak and like give me advice.
100%. No, exactly. But one of the largest reptiles, obviously American alligators, is up there.
Oh yeah, and some quick one. We got the Orinoco crocodiles.
Oh, they are huge.
They look absolutely massive. At 22.4 feet, they can grow up to, and 840 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Colombia and Venezuela? Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool. The leatherback sea turtle can grow up to be one of the biggest. They can get up to, weighing up to 2,000 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
I did not know that. And
they can swim up to 4,000 feet deep in the ocean?
That's impressive. And they get about 7.2 feet large.
Wow.
That is a massive sea turtle.
Massive. Nile crocodile.
Oh, huge. Second largest crocodile species.
Wow, 21 feet long, growing between 2,300 3,200 pounds. Saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, those
gigantic.
are massive as well. 20 to 21 feet, and is the largest reptile in the world.
That's right. No, it's insane. Parts of Australia, Southeast Asia, they're huge.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Happy National Reptile Awareness Day, but we do have a winner on our large gem, as we got Tully, as well as a Mad Dog, splitting up $9. And we did click past that coverall to a must-go prize of $4. $14.
100%. But we did have Nikki check in about the time travel thing.
Oh, yes.
And she said she does love Back to the Future because it is also one of Tony's favorite movies, too. But she said that for her time travel thing, she would have to say Groundhog Day.
Great one.
We did not even think about that.
That was a great one. We do have Mad Dog over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill taking home a $14 coverall prize. Good job to all those winners in this game. We're now getting rolled into a game number 7 of Vikings Bingo.
Awesome
but that
stuff.
is a great one. I just saw a Andy Samberg film that is a almost a crude version of Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was super interesting, and it was pretty funny as well if you're into crude humor.
Was it one of the Lonely Island movies?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting. Did it come out recently? Or
Yes.
was it
Yeah.
Okay. I probably haven't seen it then for sure. That's funny. I'm interested about it then.
It is called. Let me see. It's gonna take a second to find it.
Okay.
As I don't think it's a very popular.
Oh, maybe he just released it as an original, on HBO or something like that. Interesting. Here, I'll look up Andy Samberg time travel.
Yeah.
Time movie. Let's take a look. Palm Springs. Is that what it's
Yes, Palm Springs.
called? Okay, so let's see. It's stuck in a time loop. 2 wedding guests develop a budding romance while living the same day over and over again. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, those are always funny.
And it's
it's a Hulu film.
Yes, it's really, really funny.
Wow. It's great ratings.
Does it?
Yeah, 94% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. 88% of Google users liked this movie. Okay.
I hate Rotten Tomatoes. You want to know what else is rated 94% on Rotten Tomatoes?
What?
Dark Knight.
Oh my goodness, really?
Dark Knight is rated 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. So they are saying that movie is just as good as The Dark Knight.
I mean,
There's no way. There's no way. There's no
Samberg
way.
is one of the most talented people in our generation.
Yeah, I watched the entire show of Miss Marvel, but Rotten Tomatoes rated it at 97%.
Oh my goodness. No.
97%.
No.
Yeah, they did.
No.
They did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
You
it's
can't
not
think
it's
that.
not a bad show. It
Yeah.
was super fun and everything like that. It was definitely targeted towards younger kids and everything like
Yeah.
that. But it was super entertaining. I liked it.
But it's one of those things though where it's it's not even as good as the other Marvel shows that they've been releasing.
Yeah, and exactly. And you just Dark Knight is one of the best superhero adaptations, and so I just am always surprised.
I have to say the whole second era of shows they've released, I haven't liked them very much.
No, it hasn't been that good, but it's also build up for everything. It takes a lot to get stuff back going.
Hulk and his son looked so gross at the end.
Oh, it was terrible. It was
Oh my
terrible.
goodness.
His look. I was excited to get him, but the
Yes.
character, but I wasn't
Yes.
excited about his look was
And
definitely weird.
It's gonna look a lot different in the movies, I hope.
I definitely would guess that as they changed up Thanos' look a bunch during those movies.
That is very true. That is a very good point. But of course, we do have one last national day to get into, and it is a great one, very seasonal. National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. This day ushers in the flavors of fall. Cheesecake is one of America's favorite desserts, and by adding in some pumpkin, we celebrate the essential flavoring of the season. And pumpkin is great. Just having the big jar of the pumpkin, you know what I mean, in your home is such a great ad.
Yeah, definitely super, super cool stuff. Love, add some cheesecake with that.
That's right.
Great, even better. Happy National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. As you guys are now got balls dropping in this game number. What's the game number now?
I think
We've
it's
been
game
flying
number
through.
9. No, this can't be a game number 9. This is a game number 7.
Game number 7. Okay. Phew. Game number 7. But we got $8 on that line prize, $8 on that large gem, as well as $8,658 on that coverall. We do have a little bit of Twins news to get into as they finish the season 77 and 84. And we have the 3 most probable Twin trade targets at shortstop.
Oh, okay. So it looks like, has there been more things saying that Carlos Correa is just not really super interesting?
No, these are just starting to
just
look
ideas.
at just starting to look at those guys if we do need to trade for a shortstop.
Gotcha. All right, so Isaiah Kiner Falefa, New York Yankees. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, and he was also for one day a Twin.
Yeah, no, I think I remember that.
Yeah, he was one day a Twin, and then I forgot where he
was. Was it last season?
I don't remember when he was a Twin. I got to look at it.
But we do have a couple winners on the line prize. We got none other than Snorky over at Our Place on 3rd, Jeb over at Beck's Pub, and Josh D over at Glinner's Pub. All 3 of those players splitting up that line prize. Nice job to you guys. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. So it looks like
Yeah, it does look like it happened last year, as 2022 was the
Yeah.
first time he reunited with the Twins as a Yankee.
Yeah, so I remember when that happened.
Ah.
I remember when we had him too, because he has a very unique last name.
Yeah, he definitely does. That's super cool stuff, and maybe he would be a good guy to come and help out in
Yeah.
that depth at the shortstop position. I don't think he would he might not start for us right there right away, but he's a developmental project.
100%.
Next up, Nick Admed from the Arizona Diamondbacks. A little bit better than Isaiah Kenner Falefa, and could probably start for us right away.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. But up next, Brandon Crawford of the San Francisco Giants. So those are the three most probable trade targets that we would have if we would need to, have a little bit extra interest at that position.
Yeah, I'm saying lock up Carlos Correa for the next decade and let's solidify the shortstop spot,
I agree.
as well as get us a long-term great batter in the lineup.
Yeah. No, I mean, because we've kind of been through the motions at this point. We've considered a lot of the possibilities. At one point, we were kind of anti, whatever, let's put that money somewhere else and try and, lock up some of the other positions. But locking up the shortstop, one of the most important positions on your team, with one of the best players at that position in the league, I mean, it's just kind of like, why wouldn't we do that when we have him right there?
Exactly. That's what I think. So we do have some winners, though.
That's right.
As we got Scrub Eye and Pitster splitting up that $13 coverall prize. Did we talk about that large M?
No. Land of Zan over at Welsh's Big Ten Supper Club taking away the large M. Nice job to you and all the other winners on this game taking away some prizes.
Yeah, and we are now getting enrolled into a game number 8 of Vikings Bingo with that jackpot continuing to grow. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, as well as checking out our ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for, called Twins Win. Play wherever you're playing Pilot games at, and even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round to try and win some Grand Slam prizes. Awesome. But you guys are also earning points right now for our lunchtime bingo standings, and we definitely need to get into those standings.
Awesome stuff. Well, hey, getting right into those players, we got 10th place T-Bone over at Poppers with 99,000 points. 9th place is Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. 8th place is Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 105,000 points. 7th is Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. 6th place is Tez over at Poppers with 148,000 points. 5th is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 204,000 points. 4th place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 206,000 points. 3rd place is now Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine with 228,000 points. 2nd place Nan was able to kick out Scrub Eye from that 2nd place tie yesterday over at Corky's Bar South Haven. Nan now has 230,000 points. In 1st place, though, it is still Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with a nice lead, 281,000 points.
Good job to all those players, really killing it during this lunchtime that you're playing right now. But on to the location side of the standings, 10th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 115,000 points. With 116,000 points in 9th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 8th place is Steve-O's and Crystal with 138,000 points. With 141,000 points in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is VFW Blaine with 256,000 points. With 259,000 points in 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 373,000 points, 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 426,000 points. With 477,000 points in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley. And in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 586,000 points.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to all you guys getting into the top 10s of the locations and players side of things. But of course, we do have a lot of great ETAB stuff to talk about. So maybe while you're, taking a quick break playing some of these Vikings bingo games, you're going to take a quick ETAB break. Because we got over 70 different charitable ETAB games you guys can choose from. You can play any of those games anytime to win some huge prizes up to $1,500. All of those games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top of all that. So definitely get in there, try one of them out, and let us know what you think. And maybe even let us know what your favorite one is.
Yeah, our highlight ones of today is a little bit of, what'd you say during Cup of Joe?
We were talking about Diesel Freaks a little bit.
Yeah,
that was the
yours
one I selected.
Diesel Freaks was your selected highlight E-tab, and my selected highlight E-tab was was Make It Rain.
Yeah,
Make It
yeah,
Rain.
you switched it.
I switched it over from Monster Moolah to Make It Rain. So check out both those E-tabs as well as all of our others to try and win some great prizes. But we got some great days in music history on today. And in 1908, the first two-sided vinyl record was offered for sale by Columbia label in an ad running in the week's Saturday Evening Post.
That's awesome. Super, super cool stuff. Probably made it a lot easier to have longer albums.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably like you'd have to buy 2 albums to be able to get the whole soundtrack if they were as long as what we were.
Halves the price.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's awesome.
Definitely helped out the music department there, probably making vinyls a lot more affordable for the average consumer.
100%. I wonder when it was when vinyl started becoming like commercially like whatchamacallit, like affordable for the average person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they were even they were super expensive, like even in like the 60s and 70s.
Oh,
and
for
stuff.
sure.
But whatchamacallit, my grandmother had a ton of them anyways. It was
Did
hilarious.
she just loved that?
Yeah.
Well, she
Like
was a huge
room of
music fan.
Yes. The music was huge for her. But of course, before we go further, we do have Mikey Wins over at VFW Shakopee taking away the line prize. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. But that's super cool. The first two-sided vinyl record coming out on this day in 1908. But on this day in 2006, going forward in history a little bit, we got Weird Al Yankovic's White and Nerdy, a parody of Chameleonaire's Ridin'. Peaks at number 9 on the Hot 100, which is insane. I didn't even know it got to the top 10.
Peaked at 9.
It's the parody's artist's first top 10 hit. That is insane.
Yeah, he's one of the only parody artists that I know to have multiple top 10 hits in his career, and it's super impressive. He's probably the greatest parody artist of all time.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he definitely goes without argument as being that one.
Yeah, exactly, because he just has so many different hits that he was able to come out with, this being one of the most popular out of all of them. Right. I actually, I was going to do this, but it ended up not. I was doing lip singing as a challenge, as like team bonding when I was at college football.
Okay.
And we had to lip sing, and I was choosing between White and Nerdy and Ice Ice Baby.
Okay.
And because easy choices for me, as I am like one of like handful of white guys on my team. So, they're they love me doing that kind of stuff. Exactly. And so then when I went out with, I did some Vanilla Ice in a nice little, like, I had the whole entire, white tank top on, baggy pants. I tried to look as much like Vanilla Ice as I could. Exactly. And what's terrible is I actually know it word for word, and so I was able to like actually sing it to him.
Go out there.
Oh my gosh, we do have the double win there, as Loser Dave was splitting that win on that large M and coverall with Pitster on the large M and Luck Balady over at Westgate Bowl in Wilmington. Good job to all of our winners in this game number.
That was a game number 8, and so that means we're going to be getting into a game number 9 for this next one.
Oh yeah, should be some fun stuff. Get enrolled and press play. But that was super fun. Weird Al Yankovic's White and Nerdy. I wonder where Charmeleon's Ridin' ended up being in the top 100.
I don't know. It was a pretty popular song, but I don't know if it was like top 10 on the Hot 100. Popular.
Yeah, did Weird Al Yankovic's like end up being way or higher on the list?
I don't know. Let's take a look. Ryan Dirty chart history. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it was by him. Let's take a look. Chart performance. It debuted at number 88. It moved. Okay. So it did get to number 4, and it stayed at number 4 for 2 weeks. Oh, and it peaked at number 1.
Yeah, it got to number 1 in the second week of its release.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's super cool. Wow.
Super cool stuff. So at least it was higher up than Weird Al Yankovic's parody version of it.
Wait, that was his first number 1 hit? He was part of Bone Thugs and Harmony. I thought Bone Thugs and Harmony had a number 1 hit. That's hilarious. I'm not going to look into it.
Yeah,
now, but
yeah,
that's
we'll get
crazy.
too
That's
far into
hilarious.
it.
Yeah.
Well, definitely some fun
Wow.
days in music history on today. First two-sided vinyl and Weird Al Yankovic, White and Nerdy, peaking at number 9 on today. Super, super cool stuff. But the super cool PGL players, they get signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. We also like to highlight those players and send them out a little bit of luck.
100%. And those players include Always Lose, M Mail 04, Lisa, Robo 2337, My Screen Name, Joe Cool, Amber Mar 31, Mama Lilia, Maggie May, Alex, Kathy, Trudy 541, Jason Luxem, D's Mama 1, B Daddy Wiggin being the last name on the list.
Yeah,
Awesome
definitely
stuff.
some great names out there. And on to the PGL standings, what those players are now competing for. In a 10th place, getting bumped back from 9th just last Wednesday, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points. With 745,000 points in 9th place, moving up from 10th, we got Panda over at the Roadside. 8th place is Sarah Honey at VFW Austin with 814,000 points. With 819,000 points in 7th place, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. Moving back from 4th into 6th, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 827,000 points. With 841,000 points in 5th place. Moving up from 6th, we got Chapster at Moe's. Getting bumped back from 3rd into 4th, we got Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill with 843,000 points. With 849,000 points in 3rd place. Moving up from 5th, we got High Ryzen Barizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 2nd place is Devoided at the Roadside with 914,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin with 1,288,000 points.
Awesome stuff. Well, hey, nice job to the top 10 players in the PGL. But we do have a couple winners on that line prize.
Yeah, it's Mikey Wins at VFW Shakopee and Chubby over at American Legion New London. Good job to all of our winners on that $10 line prize. Now we're working on a $10 large M, as John, I think, is about to hop into the location side of those PGL standings.
That's right. So definitely some awesome stuff. We got these top 10 locations looking pretty crazy inside of these standings. Starting it off, it is none other than Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead with 2,218,000 points in that 10th place spot. Actually following from 9th place. Falling from 5th to 9th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,256,000 points. 8th place is Cabin Bar Nicolette with 2,337,000 points. 7th place is VFW Austin with 2,384,000 points. 6th place is LJ's in Miltona with 2,386,000 points. 5th place is none other than the Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake with 2,606,000 points. In 4th place, we got Mabel Liquor Store with 2,613,000 points. Not very far ahead at all. But we do have a winner in the large M.
Yeah, we got Pitster over at Beck's Pub taking home $10 on that large M. Now we have a great run-up at this $8,758 coverall prize. Pitster, Mikey Wins, and Steve all in line.
Awesome stuff. Well, hey, we're going to get into the top 3 of this as you guys are getting down to the rail on this one. In 3rd place, though, we got VFW Northfield with 2,935,000 points. 2nd place, it is Poppers in Virginia with 3,058,000 points. And in 1st place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,897,000 points. But nice job to all the players and the locations in the PGL. Even though we were not able to give out that coverall jackpot quite yet, we do have one more game to get at it. But nice job to Scribe over at American Legion Fridley, able to pick up the must-go.
Oh, yeah. Pitster was right in line to be able to take that one home, but just barely missed out on it. Oh, well, getting rolled for the final game of Vikings Bingo. As we get into a little bit of wild news, as we finally got some good wild news to talk about. We are 1-3 now in the season, and Kirill Kaprizov scored with 3 minutes and 2 seconds into overtime to lift the Minnesota Wild to a 4-3 comeback win over the Vancouver Canucks on Thursday night for their first victory of the season. Kaprizov had his 4th goal of the season and added 2 assists as Minnesota wrapped up its season opening 4-game homestead with its first points of the season. Matt Zuccarello added in 2 goals, and Sam Steele scored his 2nd of the season. Marc-Andre Fleury was able to finish with 23 saves for Minnesota, with only 26 shots on the goal.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
Yeah, so less shots on the goal, getting less shots in. Only 3 goals in is definitely an improvement from how much we were letting in the past 3 games. And so this may be a good sign of things to come, hopefully.
You know what's crazy is that all of those games are home games, I just realized.
Yes, we've been playing at home a bunch. So,
Man.
but I mean,
Well, maybe we can get into the groove as we get going on the road. You never know.
yeah, you never know when a streak gets going, especially with a young team. It's all about momentum. And if those guys start believing in themselves, they should be good. And you could tell that some of that veteran presence was there as they were able to make the comeback win in that, as we got, I think, 2 of our veterans from last year back onto the ice.
That's right. It was Matt Boldy and
I forgot who the 2 were.
Yeah, but I remember, we were talking about that. So, I mean, obviously helped out a little bit. That's some awesome stuff. We love to see it. But as you guys know, we do have that next game against the Bruins at noon on Saturday. So definitely tune in for that one. It's going to be a fun game. First game outside of our home stadium. So it's going to be a fun matchup. But we do have an awesome ETAB game we partnered up with the Minnesota Wild for. It's called Let's Go Wild. You can play at any of your favorite Minnesota bars right now. So definitely try it out and get in on those ETAB games.
Oh, yeah. If you guys take home a jackpot in this game, though, we'd love to see a player picture of it. If you're winning jackpots, winning ETAB wins, or you're just having a great time playing Pilot games with your friends or your favorite bartender, we'd love to see those player pictures. You could send them by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, as well as sending them directly to us on Facebook. You can also email them to jackpots@Pilot Games, and we love to show those off as well. And I think we have a jackpot from yesterday here right now, as yes, it's DDAT Pappy taking home that $1,178 prize.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to you taking away that crazy jackpot yesterday. Always love to see those pictures, so keep sending them in. We love showing them off on the broadcast.
A little bit of Vikings news, as we don't have a bunch to talk about, but 3 problems we're hoping to see fixed for our Vikings during this bye week is that we hope they enhance the running game, they start fixing their third quarter scoring, and they increase that pass defense.
Yeah. No, I mean 100%. Those are all things that we've been struggling a little bit with this season. So I agree. I think, especially the run game, I think we need to start getting a little bit more creative with it.
Yes.
I don't know, just doing something. Because I feel like every time we run it, it's just like they never have any room to do anything.
I think it's I really feel like it's a learning curve right now, and also like your run game comes from the interior of your line, and we don't have the strongest interior line.
Very true.
And so they but we were able to work with it with Dalvin Cook, but that was giving him 25 carries a game kind of thing. We don't give him that anymore. It's 15 to 18 carries that he's getting right now. And so hopefully we can see him start to read those holes better, because he's got that explosion. They just need to be able to take advantage of that and him be able to read those holes better.
Very, very true. But we do have a winner. It's Drama over at American Legion North Mankato, taking away the Lion Prize. Nice job to you. But I mean, you guys know we have teamed up with the Vikings for the ETAB game, Vikings Victory. Try it out. It is a lot of fun. And for Vikings Bingo, I mean, we're playing it right now.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Dalvin Cook, we do have a little Timberwolves / Dalvin Cook news, as Dalvin Cook was one of those players at the Timberwolves game. He was spotted on courtside at the Timberwolves season home opener at Target Center. Who did he attend with? Well, none other than a Sasquatch.
That's awesome. Is that the Sasquatch from Slim Jim?
That might be the Slim Jim Sasquatch.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's kind of funny. Whatchamacallit? If not, it looks like one of those Sasquatch like commercial people. To be honest, it is funny though. Let's take a look.
Yeah, we're gonna see if it's the.
No,
it's not the same one, but it's quite similar.
Yeah,
it's super fun stuff. Well, if you guys haven't seen a picture of it, check it out. We do have a game happening tonight. Timberwolves versus Jazz. Rudy Gobert revenge game at 7 p.m. Should be some great stuff.
He was our leading scorer, I'm pretty sure.
Leading scorer, leading defender, leading rebounder, was an absolute force, and made a case and point of why we traded so much to be able to acquire him.
He looked great for us last night, so I mean, definitely awesome stuff to see. But we do have some cool movies that did release today, so we're going to let you guys know as we're getting closer to this prize. 1988, Mystic Pizza came out. Pretty cool stuff. 2011, The Three Musketeers, awesome. 2022 Black Adam came out today.
Yes.
I forgot about that. 2022, another new movie that just came out today is Ticket to Paradise.
Yeah, that's a George Clooney, Julia Roberts rom-com.
What?
Yeah, he's back in his rom-com
No,
phase. He's back in his rom-com phase.
way.
We do have Land of Zan over at Welch's Big Ten Supper Club taking home a $12 large gem. As we're now working on that $18 prize is out. We got Metley, Jeremy, and Lucky Loves all splitting that one up, and that means that jackpot is growing and rolling into tomorrow's lunchtime. So make sure you guys are coming out for that. We will not be live hosted for that, as it's the weekend and we don't broadcast during the weekend. But John will be back to play a little bit of game day bingo for that happy hour from 4 all the way till 6. And while you guys wait, we got a little player spotlight for you guys to think about, as Julie Y over at the Rockin' A took home $46,954 and was supporting a great charity at the Rockin' A.
That's right. It's the Night Rider Snowmobile Club, and their mission statement is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and join the Snowmobile Club, and of course always leads us right back around to whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins. Have a nice rest of your day, guys.
See ya.
So we need to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is.
53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson! Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts. Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier! It's raining cash! You gotta play to win!